This video may contain details of 5 types of diets that may result in greater fat loss, possibly treat diseases such as diabetes, and help you look your very best ever. And I am going to mention the benefits and drawbacks of these diets as well. So stick around till the end and let me know if you had experience with or plan on adopting any of these diets. Hello, my dear friends. I am Dr. Khan. I'm a board certified internal medicine physician, and here we talk about matters related to living a longer and healthier life. If you want to know more, consider subscribing. And of course, since you are here, please do activate that like button. Please do activate that like button. All right, let's get started. We're going to start off with the number 1 diet on my list. It is the paleo diet. So the paleo diet is a style of eating that mimics what we think our caveman ancestors basically followed. Also, basically, this is known as the hunter-gatherer lifestyle of eating. The main tenets of the diet, of course, involve eating fruits, veggies, meats, mainly cutting out dietary grains, cutting out beans, cutting out wheat. One issue that I do have with this diet is that the available foods were different in different parts of the world at that time, and it is very, very difficult to generalize and say that this is what you should be eating because this is what our ancestors were eating. You may be eating one set of foods in Europe, however, more than 10,000-20,000 years back, you are in Australia and you could be eating a totally different type of diet. Now, coming to the benefits. So definitely this diet has some benefits. If you're not eating breads and grains and not eating unhealthy fat, then you will definitely, of course, consume less calories, and that will lead to, of course, weight loss. This also excludes processed food, also excludes foods which are considered inflammatory to prevent inflammatory diseases. Also, these type of foods, the inflammatory foods that they talk about are the grains, the dairy, the refined sugar, the foods that are high in lectins such as beans, peanuts, lentils, tomatoes, potatoes, eggplant. These are the foods that they consider inflammatory. So it may be beneficial, very beneficial for reducing inflammation, especially in people who do have autoimmune diseases. Of course, there are certain drawbacks to this diet. One is that we do not have long-term studies. We definitely do not have long-term studies with this diet. The other aspect, the problem that we have is that these are very, very restrictive diets, and it will be very difficult in this environment or the way we are living to actually follow this. You really have to plan out really well. You definitely have to plan out really well with any of these diets that you are actually looking to adopt. Now, the next is going to be the keto diet, and this is a fairly common, very controversial as well, and popular and controversial. Now, what does this actually consist of? Let's see what this consists of. So, keto diet include seafood, fish, shellfish, cheeses, avocados, lard, butter, bacon, meat, poultry. These are all included. Eggs, full eggs, not just the egg whites, coconut oil, low carb vegetables, plain Greek yogurt, and cottage cheese. Keto diet is big on these type of diets. Now, this is also one of the more extreme types of diets, since this involves eating a huge amount of fat in comparison to other nutrient groups. You're cutting out carbohydrates. Carbohydrates consist of a very small quantity. The goal of keto diet is to restrict carbs enough that your body does go into ketosis. Now, what is ketosis? This is a state where your body begins to burn fat. The body basically begins to burn fat instead of carbohydrates, and you have something called ketone bodies that you can actually measure in your blood. Now, moving forward, there are definitely benefits of the ketogenic diet. What are those benefits? So people with diabetes definitely have seen benefits. People with diabetes sometimes can get off many of their pills. The other benefit that people do say that the ketogenic diet could have is that you do have weight loss. You're cutting down on your weight, you're helping out your diabetes. Some people also say it helps out with their blood pressure. The other aspect that people do have with this is that people have less hunger. Sometimes people can eat just one meal a day and that will actually suffice. But there are drawbacks with the ketogenic diet as well. This diet is difficult to follow sometimes because this is very restrictive. You have anything that contains carbohydrates more than a certain level, then what will happen is that you will come out of your ketosis. And well, in a way, a lot of people on the keto diet actually do that a lot. So technically, you will not be in ketosis and may not be accurately following. So it's very easy to slip up on the ketogenic diet. Now, other problems that people have is that there's something called the keto flu, which actually happens when the person is initially starting off with the ketogenic diet. And people could have insomnia, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, endurance issues, excruciating headaches are some things that people have. Constipation is something that people may end up having. Dizziness is something that people can have. Other aspects, other problems that people can face are nutrient deficiencies. So let's take, for example, fiber. People in the ketogenic world don't think fiber is necessary. So that is a different topic for a different video altogether. But people on the ketogenic diet do not feel that fiber is necessary. The other problem that they have is sodium. Sodium is an electrolyte in the body that needs to be at a certain level, and sodium level does drop. Now, hydration and dehydration is a problem with the ketogenic diet, and I've seen people come to the hospital, not frequently, but people every now and then, maybe twice a year, I see somebody coming in with dehydration and severe electrolyte abnormalities. But of course, if you are somebody who is able to tolerate the ketogenic diet, if you're able to do it and it's helping you out, then of course that works for you then. Now, we're going to be moving forward to a diet that is not that common, but is people who do follow it, they follow it like crazy. This is called the Whole30 diet. So what do they do in this diet? They do not consume added sugar. They do not consume any artificial sweetener. They do not consume alcohol, nothing at all, not even in cooking. They do not eat grains. They do not eat most of the legumes and the beans and the lentils. They do not eat that. They do not eat dairy, anything from milk, anything at all. They are not going to be eating that. Now, they also don't consume baked goods. So it is a highly restrictive diet, but there are, of course, certain benefits. When you are not eating grains, then definitely you are going to cut down on your weight and you're going to have some weight loss. And the other benefit is that this is sort of an elimination diet because, for example, if you have some type of allergies, so you may have skin allergies, you may have asthma, things like that, stomach problems, then what could happen is that when you cut out dairy or when you cut out grains or you cut out wheat, then what happens is that you may, if you had allergies to these products, then you may actually end up curing yourself of those allergies. So this does have its benefits. Now, the drawbacks includes that this diet is very, very restrictive. This is very, very restrictive. You get a bite of anything containing milk and then you get off the diet. You get a little bit of pizza, you get a little bit of ice cream somewhere, and you fall off the diet. Now, we're going to have the vegan diet. So vegan diet is a very popular diet, and there are very strict adherents to this type of eating. And hopefully I don't say anything wrong, but I don't want to offend anybody who is adhering to any of these diets. You do it for your benefit and with your own understanding of what you should be doing for yourself. So I'm not going to be judging anybody. If you can do it, if you follow it, you feel it's helpful for you, then I think it is okay. If it's helpful for you, please do continue. And of course, keep these risks and benefits in mind with any type of diet that you are looking to adopt. So with the vegan diet, there are a couple of benefits. Before I talk about what are the benefits, this, if anybody doesn't know, this is an all plant diet. There's no meat in the vegan diet. So the benefits, there are benefits with the vegan diet. People who follow this diet see benefits of weight control, as well as they reduce their risk of diabetes and heart disease. This definitely has been documented. This definitely has been documented. The drawbacks, of course, as we did mention, is the nutrient deficiencies. So it is sometimes difficult for vegans to follow a balanced macronutrient profile. You could have deficiency in protein with the vegan diet. A lot of people have deficiencies with vitamin B12, omega 3s, and you may want to consider taking supplements. One challenge with veganism is that you, like I mentioned, you don't get much proteins, and amino acids are essential building blocks of proteins. And methionine is a common amino acid deficiency that vegans have, and this is needed for brain functioning as well as liver functioning. And some vegans may actually end up eating a lot more carbohydrate than they actually should on the vegan diet. For example, if you eat potato chips, that's technically vegan. If you eat French fries, that is technically vegan. Now, the fifth and the final diet, not five, the fifth diet. So this is the Mediterranean diet, and this is also a very popular diet. A little more difficult in the American situation, but this is a very popular diet as well. Now, the Mediterranean diet is a style of eating that is based in the dietary habits of countries that border the Mediterranean Sea out in Europe, and most prominently, this looks towards Greece and Italy. At the time that this diet was actually put together, these countries had significantly lower levels of heart disease compared to other countries like the US. But now, since the American style of fast food eating is rampant all over the world, that means that the whole world is going towards heart disease and brain diseases, just like the US. So the US definitely exported fast food all over the world. But anyways, so the Mediterranean diet is definitely a balanced diet. It definitely has its benefits. But before we talk about that, let's. I think I missed one point. Let's talk about what consists of the Mediterranean diet. So you eat more fruits, veggies, grains, nuts. Then you reduce a little bit on the proteins, but you still eat lots of proteins. Fish and poultry is all included. Then you eat less of the red meats, sweets. They're often sweets definitely need to be eliminated. People who follow and adhere to the Mediterranean diet strictly, they cut out all sweets as well. What they also include is extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is in almost all types of extra virgin olive oil is almost all types of food that they are taking in, and they sometimes take it in spoons as well. Also, for flavor, they reduce salt, and they are more into using fresh herbs, garlic, citrus, and spices instead of salt in the diet. This is how it is. And going back to the benefits, and this is going to be important because there has been a lot of studies done on the benefits of the Mediterranean diet, and this is basically recommended by pretty much anyone. A lot of dietitians and nutrition groups, they actually recommend the Mediterranean diet. And when you talk about the drawbacks, there are not too many drawbacks with the Mediterranean diet. And if you do want a video on the Mediterranean diet, then do let me know in the comments below. I'll try to put together a video on the Mediterranean diet because this is a healthy diet that a lot of people can follow. But this is the end. But what you should surely keep in mind that whenever you are considering changing a diet, always consult with your doctor and consider consultation with a dietitian or nutritionist before making any type of change, because your particular situation may be different from somebody else. You may not be well suited for the keto diet or the vegan diet. So do consider these things. Do talk to a nutritionist or your doctor before you go on any of these diets. Because we know that when you're looking on a diet that will work for you, you need to consider various factors that is realistic for you. For example, are the foods even available? Are these foods even available at your local market store? And do you have any nutrient deficiencies that could be a problem? Or is it something that you will not be able to maintain or cook foods appropriately for yourself, because these foods may require some preparation to do? So I hope this was helpful, but if you want some more help and you want to know about the whole meal plan for what a high blood pressure person should be enjoying, I have a whole meal plan divided over 1 month's time, divided into individual weeks, and with the recipes as well as the cooking instructions that you don't have to worry about when you go to the grocery store. And you have all the ingredients for that particular week, week 1, week 2, week 3, and this can be a helpful guide for you to eat healthy. And hopefully this will supplement and complement your exercises that you are doing. So you can check this out in the description. It's free for you to use. Anyways, I'm Dr. Khan. This is what I talk about, naturally curing blood pressure. You like this? Then stick around, subscribe to the channel, and watch this video. I believe you will definitely like this for helping control your blood pressure as well. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.